Good morning, everyone. Today is the 12th of November. I've entitled this video, The Roman Catholic Profound Influence on the World. You know, how come so many people refuse to talk about the Roman Catholic Church and the Jesuits? Why do they refuse to talk about the Jesuit global conspiracy? Why do they talk about the profound influence not only on the southern United States, but all of the United States as well as the world of the Roman Catholic Church? Well, I know the answer because it's not a very popular subject and people don't want to be ostracized by Rome. That's the answer. And we have to remember 2 Thessalonians 2:10-11. With all deceivableness of unrighteousness of them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Well, when we look at the founding of the United States, Walt Stickle often asked the question, who benefited most from the American Revolution? Who benefited most? Was it the South? Was it the North? Was it the Protestants? No. It was the Roman Catholic Church that benefited most. If you look at all the universities, the Jesuit universities, Catholic colleges in the United States, it's pretty evident what has happened over history in the United States with the Jesuitical military order of the Roman Catholic Church's influence. We cannot deny that the woman that rides the beast in Revelation is speaking of Rome, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Pope. Pope Francis is a master politician. He's a Marxist. And look at the amount of influence Pope Francis has had over not only the United States, but South America, Argentina, Brazil, and around the world. And the Jesuits are very prominent in history today. Look at their influence, not only on the Supreme Court of the United States, but also, we could just name a few of the Jesuit infiltrated and supported universities, Georgetown University, Fordham University, and so America became a Jesuit enclave, okay? And we know the Carroll family, Charles Carroll, Daniel Carroll, John Carroll, were all a part of the military order of the Roman Catholic Church. And a lot of people wanted, give credit for the South and the great Confederate flag and all this other, but at the same time, they want to talk about old Dixie, but they want to forget about, the Roman Catholic Church's influence over the South. Why is that? The Jesuits are famous in history for their conspiracies, their intrigue, their coming against Rome. It was Counter-Reformation. And so, when we look at the influence of Rome over the United States, and how that even the Washington, D.C. was modeled after the Roman Catholic Church. The Capitol building. People talk about taking all these statues down of the southern. You know what? Idolatry is idolatry, people. Idolatry is idolatry. Go ahead and worship your Confederate flag. Go ahead and worship your stars and stripes forever. I don't worship the Confederate flag, and I don't worship the stars and stripes. I worship Jesus Christ. I'm not interested in man's government, you know. And the government in the United States, by and large, is totally influenced by Rome, especially today. You know, what was the chief means of the Counter-Reformation? What was the Council of Trent? We know that. And we look at this coming full circle today with the Supreme Court of the United States and how they are totally Jesuitized. Okay? The Jesuits have gained total respectability in the United States today, and they should be thumbs down. They serve the ends of the Roman Catholic Church, and the Jesuits today are considered the most scholarly academic group in the world, but they are the most infiltrated by the beast. They're repressive. Look at the Marxist ideas propagated by Pope Francis. You know, and look at all the governments all over the world that have succumbed to Rome. Look at what happened to Billy Graham before he died, how he succumbed to Rome. Look at Bill Bright, how he succumbed to Rome. And Chuck Colson, and evangelicals and Catholics together. I mean, it's so prevalent throughout not only the South, but also to the North of the United States as well. You know? And we look at what is happening today. We look at the millions of people that were killed by Rome, millions of people through the Great Inquisition. And now we see a Great Inquisition raising its ugly head again, do we not? Secular humanism is nothing more than the platform of the Jesuits. You know? And so we see the rise of Rome. Rome is sitting on its throne. Pope Francis and Vatican come to the United States and try to act like they're the rulers of the world. And we should be coming against Roman Catholicism. We should be coming against ecumenicalism. We should be coming against the necromancy of the Roman Catholic Church. And it's praying to the dead, and it's praying to Mary, and it's all of its idolatrous transubstantiation in the Mass. We should be coming against it. But most people won't even speak against Rome today. Roman Catholicism is not Christianity. Roman Catholicism is an antichrist beast system. The inspiration of the papacy was materialized by what? By the Carroll family and by George Washington and his promoting the Carroll family. And then we see, even down through history, even Ronald Reagan signing a concordance with Rome. President Ronald Reagan invited the Vatican City, his ruling head as the Pope, to open his first embassy in Washington, D.C. And you want to talk to me about Southern bells, the Confederate flag, and Dixie? Stop whistling Dixie. Start exposing the Roman Catholic Church. Pontifex Maximus. Start being honest and open and academically honest about what happened in the United States, and that the American Revolution was Counter-Reformation. Why are there images of Pope Innocent III and Gregory IX right in the U.S. House of Representatives if we're not a Roman Catholic nation? Give me a break. Well, Royal Declaration. You know, why is it that there was a time when Europe had to take an oath that they would not support or go into Rome or even endorse it? All roads lead to Rome, folks. All roads lead to Rome. It is a antichrist system. It is a full of idolatry, full of images, worship of Mary, praying to patron saints, going on crusades, participating in all kinds of idolatry. Okay? This is what we've got, not only in the United States, but throughout the world. And we know that this Trojan horse, as it were, has raised its ugly head, and it's not going to diminish until the Pope is cast into the lake of fire. You can promote Confederate flag, you can promote the South, you can promote the North, you can promote all this stuff and deny the actual profound influence of the Roman Catholic Church, not only on southern United States, but the world. You know? I mean, John Carroll's own words states the Revolutionary War was a war relating to religion. That's exactly what it was. It was a universal document. Washington lived like a Catholic during his life and was converted to Catholicism before his death. You know? And how many other people have promoted Catholicism, in name at least? They give credence to it. George Bush called the Pope His Holiness. They asked what George Bush saw when he looked into the Pope, and he said he saw God. Give me a break. Anti-God is what it was. And so when people come against people like Thomas Jefferson and John Adams and James Madison and Patrick Henry and Benjamin Franklin and all these other Catholic sympathizers, then you know what? There's something wrong with that picture. You know? Daniel Carroll became a member of the United States Congress in 1789. He was also a member of the First Senate of Maryland. His younger brother, John Carroll, was educated as in the Jesuit order, was ordained a priest. And he was a founder of Georgetown University. Daniel Carroll was a member of the Continental Congress and a signer of the Articles of Confederation. He was a delegate to the Constitutional Convention and one of the only two Catholic signers of the United States Constitution. Well, I just want to expose the fact that I am not a Confederate flag worshiper or a Dixieite, and I have nothing against Southern people, Southern belles, any more than I have anything against Northern people. But I will say this. Let's expose Rome for who it is. Maryland. Why do they call it Maryland? You know, it's not Maryland, it's Maryland. Well, also we know the influence of the Masonic Lodge on the Roman Catholic Church. We see the influence of Illuminati. We see all these other sub-organizations of Rome. But Washington is in the lap of Rome. And it has been for years, and let's not forget it. And it's still there today. Charles Spurgeon, the Prince of Preachers, called out the cunning craftiness of the Jesuitical influence. You know? Jesus Christ said, my kingdom is not of this world. Then people want to promote people like Thomas Paine, who was an avowed atheist. You know? And they want to promote people like Thomas Jefferson, who had to rewrite the Bible and take the virgin birth out and take all the miracles of Christ out of it. You know? He even came against the Ten Commandments. Well, you know what? You're going to listen to Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and Thomas Paine and John Adams and George Washington, who converted to Catholicism. You going to listen to these people? Or are you going to listen to the Word of God? That's the question. Jesus Christ is wonderful, the Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And we've been given the gift of sovereign grace. And we come against Rome. We take a stand against her. So that's what's on my mind this morning. Stop worshiping your Confederate and your flag and start worshiping your King of Kings and Lord of Lords. God bless.